still beating you down. In the deep of the night, when my mind is blind feeling. Tell me right now, will you still love me? Will you still love me? Yeah. Will you still hold me until the beat of red? When the hearts get low and the lights burn out, I think I know, but tell me now, will you still love me? Will you still love me? This letter that I wrote you, baby, it's the only way to go through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. No looking back this time. No looking back this time.
Bang it, bang it, bang it. Hope you like that. I'm going to do that a bit more often. Just get you in the vibes, doesn't it? Get you going for the show. Everybody's here now, dropping in. Let me do some shout outs. Big up Jen. Big up Trump Virgo. Big up Polo. Big up Aliez. Big up J32E. J36E. I can't read numbers. Big up Maroon. Big up Red Rebellion. Can't say your name, but big up. Big up Eugene. Big up Millsy. Kingsman. Scottish Bear. NFC Fan 73. Hennessy. Who's just gifted the who's just oh, he's back. Oh, he's here again. Red Vision. Absolute legend. I'll tell you what, Red Vision. Put it in the chat what song you'd like me to play tomorrow, and I'll find you a sick drum and bass or house remix for it, okay? Special request for you, mate, okay? Put it in the chat, and the tune that'll start the show tomorrow will be yours that you picked. All right, buddy? That's how we do things. Also, big up Podge. Big up Scottish. I'll tell you in a sec, mate. Big up Kevin. So the first tune I played was that was Sonny Fodera's new tune. That is Sonny Fodera and Clementine and Tell Me, and that's a remix by Gargan. You'll have to get that off SoundCloud. You can't get it anywhere. And the other one, which I've just played now, is Calvin Harris Blessings. That's the CHRLY remix. The only way you'll be able to get that is if you go onto YouTube and search for the YouTube video, and then you'll have to rip the music off it. I still get sent loads of demos because I'm still on loads of subscription boards because I was a DJ like about 2 years ago. I was a DJ playing in all the clubs in London and Europe. So that's what I did, like as a hobby, but it also paid pretty well. And then I obviously got into making music as well. But I still get sent loads of music, so I'll be banging tunes in every now and again, like, because I just think it's a way to combine it. Like, talk about Liverpool, play some cool music. Why not? I actually live next door to a really famous drum and bass DJ, so that's an interesting one. He's away every weekend all over the world playing in different clubs. So yeah, I do follow a bit of drum and bass still. Also, big up Andrew. Big up Den. Good to have you here. Red Vision's just gifted 10 memberships. Go and grab them. Go and grab those memberships. Go and get those memberships. Let's get some new members in the house. Go on. Go on. Get them in there. Go and grab those memberships now. Come on, I want to see your names light up. There you go, Josh, sorry. Good to have you on board as a member. Any other new members? No, he's still put them there, so go and grab them. YNWA, go and grab a membership. Go and grab a membership. Red Vision's just done them. Luke Star Killer, new member. Good to have you. Ayesha, go and grab a membership. I've just seen you new in here. Go and get yourself a membership. There's 10 gifts available. Pick them up. We'll start the show when it gets to 100. Okay. Right now we're at 92. While you're all sat there, go and hit the like button. Go and hit the like button now. Go on. Let's get this to 50 likes straight away. Nice and quick. Nice and quick. Right. I'm even going to have a little sip of my coffee, and I'm a dog dad. Big up Cam, who's now a member. Good to have you on board. I'm going to be posting up another video as well before the weekend for all my members. And once I hit 100, I'm at about 70 now. I will do a members video. Don't worry, I'll do a members 2-hour video where I'll interact with you all. Okay, you can ask me loads of stuff. You can ask me questions that aren't Liverpool related if you want. I can play your tunes on the show. Like, I can play some of my own music. Like, I can do like a live session where I actually make music on the show. Like, whatever the fans want. All right, whatever the members want. Big up Urim, who's now a member. Breaking news. Oh, okay. Where's the breaking news? Tell me the breaking news. Actually, we're at 95 now. So big up Stephen. Big up Stephen. Big up Mezzy. Big up Luke. I'll tell you what. Should we start the show? 105 are you in? Let's go. Okay. Big up Dara. Okay, let's go. Let's start the show. Okay, so where do we go? Where do we start? Let's start with this, because I did a show called The Two Victors, if you remember. Do you remember the show I did called The Two Victors? And I said It would make so much sense if Liverpool bought Victor Gyökeres. It would make so much sense if we just went and did it. Everything with this guy aligns with FSG. Everything aligns. It all aligns. The money, the goals, the data, the fact that he's ready to go on to the next level. The guy's a bagsman. The guy does bits. Like he's already played in the Premier League. He's already played in England when he played in the Championship where he ripped it up. He scored like 48 goals or something in 2 seasons for Coventry. I did a show on it. It was called The Two Victors. I literally spent, I don't know, half an hour going through both of those their stats, talking about their goals, talking about their assists, talking about how they play, talking about the careers they've had. And here he is. Now we are in for him. Why are we in for him? I asked the question. Why are we in for Victor Gyökeres? Why is Victor Gyökeres not gone to Manchester United, not gone to Chelsea, not gone to Arsenal, not gone to Juventus? Why has Victor Gyökeres not gone to any of these clubs that have offered him lots of money and contracts? Because Liverpool have always been there. Liverpool have always been there. Always. Just waiting. He's been waiting on the phone. Sat there. Please, please, please. Please, Richard Hughes, call me. Please, Richard Hughes, call me. Please. I want to play with those players. Pause. I want to be the player that Darwin Nunez was never. I want to come to Liverpool and become a hero. I want them to shout, Victor, 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 instead of Punez, Punez, Punez. That's what I want. That's what I want. And guess what? Your wish is our command. And we are calling you now, Victor Gyökeres. When Arsenal get their hopes up and Liverpool come along and squash your hopes and dreams. Because Liverpool are now involved. They've now entered the race. Was there ever a race? Is there ever a race when Liverpool are involved right now? He's always been waiting. They're all waiting, Scottish, all of them. They're all waiting. All of them are waiting. None of these players have moved. None of them. The two Victors haven't moved. Isaac's not moved. Alvarez hasn't moved. Ekitike's not moved. I mean, Brian Mbeumo still hasn't moved. Neither has Semenyo. Like, these are all players that Liverpool have been linked with. And even for the Tom Littles, Retegi's still not moved. None of these players have moved. Even Lookman's not moved. And Sesko's not moved. Like, do we carry on with the names that Liverpool have been linked with? Because none of them have moved. And you want to know why they haven't moved? Because we haven't decided who we want to sign. I don't know. I don't know whether we want to spend 200 million. I really don't know whether we want to spend 200 million. But we can all believe. We can all believe. We can all believe that we're going to spend 200 million on Isaac. We can all believe it. But I don't think we're going to spend 200 million. I just don't. It's always been Osherman for me, Jen. It's always. I put my neck on the line from day one. You know that. You were probably in the chat on the other shows when I said it's always been Osherman. Quite frankly, I don't think there's another player that can do what Haaland does in the penalty box than Osherman. But I'd say Gyökeres is pretty close behind. And I know he scores bags of goals against poor teams, and I get that. I do get that. But the guy put a hat-trick in past Manchester City. They're not bums. The guy scored against big teams in the Champions League. They're not bums. For me, it's always been Isaac, Alvarez, Osherman, Gokares. It's always been that. And maybe Ekatike at the end. It's always been that order for me. And guess what? None of them have moved. None of them have moved. Liverpool are just waiting, just making the right decision, making the right choice, seeing which one's a dickhead or not. I'm not going to lie. I'd say Gokares is a bit of a dickhead. Like, for him to turn around and say, I'm never coming back to play for you after everything they've done for him, it's a bit of a dickish move. It's a bit of a dickish move. But I don't know. Like, if we can get him for less than 60 million, then it's an absolute steal. Like, think of it like this. You replace Darwin Nunez, who's a Portuguese signing from Benfica, who in some eyes has done okay for Liverpool, in some eyes has not. In these eyes, has not. But you sell him to Napoli, and I'll share my screen now. Where is that screen? There it is. Not that one. Two seconds. I've got that many screens up. 2 seconds. Okay. Yep. We'll put this one up. Yep. So we move this guy on to Napoli for about 43 million, maybe 44 million. It's there or thereabouts. Yeah. Between 43 and 45 million. And we replace him with Victor Gokares, who will cost, I think it's 53 million. Like, does that seem like a good bit of business? Seems like a good bit of business to me. And then what do you do with the rest of the money? Because everyone's talking about this 200 million. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe you don't go and get Isaac now. Maybe you get Isaac next year. And maybe you get Gokares now. Or maybe you're just waiting for the right opportunity. And there's a guy that's just gone back to Spain, and it's the first season he's ever had at a club where he didn't win a trophy. And that guy's Alvarez. Maybe we're still waiting on a reply from Alvarez, and that's the reason why we haven't made a decision on anybody yet. We're lining all the ducks in a row. I think Isaac needs to tell us. Isaac needs to tell us that he wants to come to the club. I think that's the biggest problem, is he needs to tell Newcastle that he wants to leave, and he's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's a humble guy. I mean, he's a really good character. He's a really good character to be at Liverpool. I'm not going to lie. Like, he'll fit in like a glove. Like, he really would. He'd just be a great guy at the club. He's really humble, really down to earth. He's also religious. To a certain extent, he's a little bit like Cody. He's a little bit like Cody. He's a bit of a gentle giant, and he won't kick up a fuss. And he's absolutely adored by Newcastle fans, and he appreciates that. So I don't think he's going to be the guy that puts in the transfer request. unfortunately, and we all want him to. We all want him to, because if he does, then Newcastle might be forced to sell him. But then, do you also want a guy that puts in a transfer request and says he's not going to play for the club again? Like, do you want that guy? Like, it's a really interesting situation to be involved in, and he's gone. Okay, like, we can have a party just on that alone. Like, just him going is party time for me. Like, it really is. Like, if we don't sign a striker and number 9 and we just play Wirtz in his position, I'm still happy. Like, I'm really happy. Okay, like, you've got a happy person here, because he's a problem. He's a problem. He's a liability. He's very emotional. He's not suited to the way we play. He looks for Salah way too often, and he just misses so many chances. Like, you can't really deny that. You can't really say, well, he hasn't been given a chance, because he's been given a lot of chances. Like, just ask Mo Salah, because Mo Salah's laid, I don't know, potentially 50 assists onto him. Like, Mo Salah would be ahead of Kevin De Bruyne in the all-time assists record in the Premier League if Darwin Nunez would have scored half of the chances. So you have to look at it like that. I also want to show you this as well, which I find quite wild. Is this? Where is it? Where is it? No, that's not it. Get rid of that. I need to show you this, because I think this is quite wild that I've seen. So it's Darwin Nunez stuff, but it's this one here. It's this one. If you haven't seen this, then this is wild. Okay. If you haven't seen this, then you should go and look into this, by the way. Big up Peter 27. Lots more memberships available. Go and grab them. Absolute legend. Massive thanks, Peter. Just like I said to Red Vision, drop a comment in the main section, not here, in the actual main section underneath, of a tune that you want me to play on the next show, and I'll get you like a drum and bass or a house remix, and I'll start the show with it. Okay, that's my appreciation to you and Red Vision. Okay, or even just tell me like your favorite artist, and I'll find you a track, because I do stuff like that. Okay. I think this is wild. The fact that Walter Gargano, who plays for Napoli, has heard Darwin Nunez saying, yes, I'm coming to Naples, I want to sign. I talked to Nunez on the phone. He will decide with his family, as De Bruyne did. He told me he wants to come right away. He's waiting to sign. Like, the guy can't shut his mouth. Like honestly, like this is Nunez all over. Like, we know Nunez is going to Napoli before he's even signed for Napoli. Like, because he's already bumping his mouth off, telling people that he's coming to Naples. Like, seriously? Like, did anyone see the Fabrizio Romano reply that he did with the emojis? Has anybody seen that Nunez did? Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, where is it? So the deal's been accepted, by the way, just in case you didn't know. So it's about 40. It's about 40, 44 million, I think. Round there or thereabouts, 44 million for Nunez. Let me just find you the emoji. Nunez. Where is it? I think it's this one here. Hang on. Okay, it's here. Right. So am I sharing that? Yeah, I'm sharing it. 2 seconds. So I've frozen again. Okay, so can you hear me okay? Because my screen. Can you hear me okay? I don't know what's happened. Sorry, I don't know what's just happened. I froze. Sorry about that. Completely frozen. Apologies. I'm going to have to close some screens. Ridiculous. Right. Okay. What I wanted to show you was I wanted to show you the emoji that Darwin Nunez sent to Fabrizio Romano about the Napoli move, which is ridiculous. It's here. So it's actually here. So this was what Nunez sent to Fabrizio Romano, which is wild. Like just him doing stuff like this is the reason why the guy needs to be gone. Like if I'm completely honest. Like, just for him doing stuff like this. Hang on, let me find it. 2 seconds. Yeah. So this, if you haven't seen it, is just crazy. Like, so Nunez is literally messaging Fabrizio Romano like 9 hours ago, telling him that he's going to Napoli. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous that you've got a player that's doing stuff like this on top of the fact that he's going. Like we've got a number of players that have all signed for us that didn't get involved with media people, like, to tell them that they were leaving or to tell them that they'd signed. Like, they just left that to the people who do stuff like that. But you've got Darwin obviously doing good stuff, because that's just Darwin, isn't it? So yeah, it could be him confirming his hair. It could be him confirming his haircut, yeah. Or it could be him shaking a hand that he's going to Napoli. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? So so what else have we got? So everyone's talking about Kirkez. Yeah, everybody's talking about Kirkez in the chat. I see that. So let me just post up what Fabrizio has said about Kirkez, just so everyone can kind of calm down. Milos Kirkez has signed his contract at Liverpool yesterday. Clubs also exchanged all documents. Club statement to follow soon. Kirkez is done. He's a red. Okay. That's confirmed. That's confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Kirkez is done. Okay. We're just waiting for the Axeline. Absolutely Rasta. Done. Kirkez is done. I'll tell you what's really interesting, in case you didn't know, and I'm not sure how I found out about it, but this is weird. Go where you want with this one, okay? Go where you want. Conspiracy stuff, whatever. Go where you want to go with this one. But Kirkez was with his family in Montenegro, okay, which is, I think it's like near the Serbian coast or somewhere. Like, I don't 100% know where Montenegro is, like, off the top of my head, but it's near Romania and those type of places. Yeah. Frimpong and Wirtz were in Montenegro on holiday, and Kirkez was also in Montenegro with his family. There's a rumor going around that this is a holiday destination that Liverpool may have some exclusive resort there or area, and the players go there to relax. And it's also where Mo Salah signed his contract. So I don't know where you want to go with that one, by the way, but there's a lot of rumors going around that it's a place where Liverpool maybe go and do R&R with some of the players, or maybe do meetings there. And that's very, I'm not saying that word, Harley, but that's mad. Yeah, it is a beautiful place, but it is funny that that's where Kirkez was with his family, and Frimpong and Wirtz were there on the boat when you got a photo of them stood there in the shorts. That's on the Montenegro coast, which is where they were. Anyway, just saying, that's all. So let's go through some of the other news, man. There's so much stuff that's just popped up. Okay, so next one, got loads to go through. Liverpool is just non-stop at the moment. So I talked about this. Yeah, I talked about this a while ago, that Liverpool are rebuilding the under-21s and the under-18s. I mean, we've literally just got the ex-Wales boss as our new head coach of the under-21s. Like, this guy, wasn't this guy in the Euros? Didn't he have Wales in the Euros? Rob Page. Like, Liverpool doing bits. Like, seriously, like just getting ex national managers as under-21 coaches now. Why not? Like, why not? Why not just get the ex Wales manager like as our under-21 coach? Why not? So yeah, so just rebuilding now, just making things tight now, starting to sign players and coaches and just getting things sorted in house now. So that's one that got done. In case you didn't know, that Harvey Elliott scored 2 bangers and just got England under-21s into the final. Does anyone think his price has just gone up? Because Brighton just pulled out of signing him, by the way. So maybe we're waiting for somebody else. Maybe someone else might come along now, because I think Harvey Elliott's probably going to go for about 50, 60 million, if I'm completely honest. He also looks about 30 years old in that photo for some reason. But yeah, 50 million coming, I think. Yeah, Brighton pulled out. Only a couple of hours before the game. Anyway, that's Harvey. In case you didn't know, Liverpool made contact over Gyökeres. That's happened, so that's now ongoing. I think that'll be an interesting one if Fulham do get him, because they're looking at Paulinho to get him back, and they'll probably get him on loan. So maybe Harvey could fit in there. Well, why not? Why not? Obviously, I've just shared the actual page, but that was on X. Also, Liverpool receive a huge boost on Mark Gahey. I think this one's done. Like, I genuinely do. I really do think we're going to get this one done, and it's going to be probably about 35 to 40 million. So the money we get for Kwanzaa is going to go straight into Gahey. Pause. I just think that's just terrific business. I really do. Obviously, other outlets are talking about Kirkez, so I thought I'd just share that as well. That other outlets are talking about Kirkez. What's going on my screen? Yeah, so that's like just more stuff on Kirkez. Everyone's talking about that's done. I shared that. What is this one? I've got loads to go through, so just bear with me. So this has been talked about as well. Liverpool and Crystal Palace handshake mooted as Gahey transfer edges closer. Liverpool and Crystal Palace could agree a 40 million deal for Gahey. This is from the Daily Mail. Glasner wants around 50 million, but we'll probably get him for around 40 because that's what we do. That's just what we do, isn't it? That's just what we do. We get players for less than the people want to sell them for. Also, this is from Lewis Steele. he is still a major target for Atletico Madrid, and they are probably going to move for him soon because they've now just been knocked out of the Club World Cup, so now they're coming back to Spain, and they'll probably concentrate on getting some players in. And I think Robbo will go there. I think that'll happen. Also, some stuff from Lewis Steele. Lewis Steele's been pretty busy, like, so big up Lewis Steele. If you haven't checked out his channel, he's also got a YouTube channel. So definitely go and check that out. So Liverpool will go for 2 more signings, a centre-back and a forward. Anything else depends on outgoings, and with more than 200 million, including Mamardashvili spent, they may have to be careful with profit and sustainability. That's actually not true now, because obviously we've got quite a lot back in. Also, Newcastle have failed with a bid for Anthony Elanga. Newcastle are looking for another forward, and I won't say why, but the Gordon and Isaac rumours just aren't going away. Like, they just aren't. So who knows what's going to happen there? I genuinely believe if we do get rid of Jota and potentially Diaz, I do think we'll go for Gordon, or maybe even the Fofana, whose team's just been relegated, and players will want to leave that club now. Then who knows? I thought Elanga played on the left, mate. Thought Elanga was left side. I don't know. I thought he was left side. Obviously, more Gahey stuff. It's in all the outlets now. The more Gahey stuff. It's just springing up everywhere now. So who knows how quickly that's going to develop. This one's also from Paul Joyce. Paul Joyce confirms Liverpool are ready to raid Crystal Palace for Chelsea target one condition, that he gets some first team football. That's what he wants. He wants to play some football. So Paul Joyce is also talking about this. More stuff about Nunez. Let me just close some screens. Yeah, more stuff about Nunez. This one is Saudi Pro League is a better option, but James Pearce has said that Serie A champions Napoli are preparing an offer for Nunez, and the offer is around about 42 million, between 42 and 45 million. I think it's a good deal. If we get anything out of that, I think that's a good deal. I also want to bring up the Athletic talking about Liverpool are also interested in Morello. He only cost them 10 million. He's just signed a new contract. I know there's a lot of Morello sexuals in the chat who'd love to have him. Pause. I think he'd be a lot of money. Like, if we could get Gahey for 45 million, I think Morello will cost double. I think they'd 180. That's a huge amount. That's a huge amount of money. I just think that's a huge amount of money for a guy who's only really had one good season, if we're completely honest, because he was in the team that nearly got relegated. Get Gahey. Get in, La. That's what I say, Alez. Get in, La. Gahey, get in, La. That's what I'm saying. I think he's a terrific player. I really do. I also wanted to share this as well because I thought it was funny. We actually did talk to De Bruyne. We actually did talk to him briefly, but we obviously decided not to go for that in the end, and rightfully so, because we got Florian Wirtz. But I did want De Bruyne just as a vanity thing. Like, I did want him, like, just as vanity. I think I might have already shared this, but I can't remember whether the screen crashed or not. But obviously Darwin Nunez is pretty much done. Right, that's a done deal. So he's going. So we can all have a party. I don't know, mate, because like Bournemouth are being absolutely annihilated. Like, I wanted Alex Scott when he was going from Bristol City, and I was talking about him, and everyone was like, "Who's she?" And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not a she. It's a guy. It's a kid. He was a kid. He was like 18 or 19." You know, I talked about him a while ago, like on Jamie's show, maybe like 2 years ago, like year and a half. But yeah, he's developed into a really good player. So what else have I got? Oh yeah, I've got another interesting one as well. So Owen Beck might actually go on a permanent to Rangers, which I find interesting because they just signed Kieran Tierney. Oh no, he didn't go to Rangers. He went to Celtic. So yeah, that could be an interesting one. That Owen Beck goes to Rangers, which means we might get a bit of money. So we'll see how that one develops. But yeah, that's another one who could leave. I will bring up this because you've got all your hatosexuals who really want this guy. James Pearce talked about it. Liverpool could enter the conversation. I think the only way we end up with Hato is if Robbo goes and we potentially get a bid for so if Robbo goes, Tsimikas goes, and we potentially get a bid for Gomez that we can't turn down, and then I think we might make a move for Hato, because Hato can play centre back and left back, and he would just be a perfect fit to do those both of those positions. Like, he'd be a great fourth choice centre back and second choice left back. Like, you can't say in the chat that Joel Hato wouldn't be a great second choice left back, fourth choice centre back. He just would. Like, he'd be a great player to have in and around the team. Like, and you could rotate the left back position with him and Kirkez. And then if you want to rest Virgil van Dijk, you can play Hato there because he's left-footed. But we'd still have to get Gahey. We still have to get Gahey because we need a third choice centre back, because Gomez can't be our third choice centre back and that's it. We can't have Virgil, Canate and Gomez. That's it. We can't. We just can't have just those three. There has to be a third choice. So you have Virgil, Canate, and then Gahey, and Gahey and Canate are fighting it out for the second place, and then you'd have one of them would be third choice, obviously, because there's three, and then you'd have Gomez. But if Gomez goes, then you get Hato. You get Hato because you could sell Gomez for 30 million, and then you'd have Hato for 35 million potentially, maybe 40. Like, maybe 30 million with loads of add-ons because he's a kid. And then you could rotate him with the left back, and he could also fill in as a centre back. And given 20 games, 25 games to Hato as a left back, and then 40 games to Kirkez, I'm cool. Like, I'm absolutely cool with that. Like he's better than Tsimikas. And then you could sell Robbo and you could sell Tsimikas. And then you've completely revamped your left back position with Kirkez and Hato. And then you've also given yourself fourth choice cover in the centre-back position with Hato. So he gets plenty of games, but he gets rotated in 2 positions. That makes perfect sense to me. Like, I've just talked myself into that. Like, that makes perfect sense to me. And I'd rather we got him than he went to Arsenal or a City or someone like that. Because he might not get that many games. That's how I feel about that one. And if it doesn't work out, we can send him back on loan. Like, if he doesn't like it, like not playing as many games, then we can just send him back out on loan to Ajax. Because guess who's the manager? Johnny Heitinger. Like, I talked myself into that. I hope I talked you into that, because I talked myself into that. Obviously, Morello's popped up again. Just don't see it happening, if I'm completely honest. Obviously, Joe Gomez remains part of Liverpool's plans. He really does, because he's just so versatile. But money talks. Money talks. And if we get offered 30 million, or the conversation with Crystal Palace could be, okay, well, you want Guehi? Well, we could do with a centre-back. Like, what about Gomez? Yeah, go on then. Done. Like, Gomez goes the other way. Like, done. Thanks for the memories. Like, Joey, you've spent 11 years with us. Thanks for the memories. You can go to Crystal Palace and sit in their physio room, as Luke just said. Makes sense. Makes sense. Liverpool aren't messing around. Not messing around. We don't want soldiers. Sorry, we don't want sick notes. We want soldiers. That's what we want right now. We want players that aren't going to be injured. And that's also the question around Bradley. Like, there's questions that has to be asked around Bradley. So we'll see what happens there as well. But if he's injured all the time, then that may be a conversation that needs to be had again. So far, so good. But yeah, Joey G, he remains in Liverpool's plans. But money comes along. Money comes along, then you know what? You'll be sold. What else have we got? So, have we got any live stuff? Yep. So I'll bring this one up, because this one's going to bubble. I think this one's going to bubble along. So Liverpool could strike a bargain with Malik Fofana after Lyon confirm relegation. This guy could go from 40 million down to 30 million now. We could end up getting this guy just like Manchester City got Cherky. We could end up getting him for like 30 million now, even though he's got a release clause of like 43 million. We really could. That's fire, that, isn't it? Let's be fair, that is fire. Morello plays left back as well, by the way. He can play left back as well. But the problem is, and this is what I said in the chat on Anfield Index with Dave Davis. Do not link Liverpool with a left-footed centre back. There's no point. There's no point. They're not going to play any football. Like, don't bother linking us with a left footer, because he's not going to play. It's the reason why we were linked with Dean Huijsen, because he's right-footed and he can play on the left side. It's also the reason why we're in conversations with Mark Guehi. He's right-footed, but can also play on the left side. We need to have a guy that can play on the right-hand side, because more games are going to happen on the right-hand side because Konate gets injured all the time. Virgil van Dijk is going to play pretty much every single game of football that's important. He just is. So you get a left footer who can only play on the left side, you're screwed. You're completely screwed. So you need to have a right footer that can play on the left side as well. as both sides because they can get game time, which is why all the guys we're linked with can play on the right-hand side. All of them. All of them can play on the right-hand side. It makes perfect sense. Which is why, if we do get Hato isn't going to come in as a centre-back. He's going to come in as a left-back, as backup to Kirkez, who can play as a centre-back if required, but he would be fourth choice. So he'd have Virgil, Canate, Guehi ahead of him. So it's a break glass centre-back, basically. But it makes sense. And he's relatively cheap because he's a kid. So that one could rumble on for another couple of weeks. Okay, that might not even happen. I don't know. Depends if Robbo goes. Depends if Robbo or Simicast goes. But I genuinely believe it will be Robbo that goes. And I do think Simicast will go as well because there's no point keeping him. He'll have 1 year left on his contract and Slot doesn't rate him. And he's also got no pace, which is his biggest problem. His biggest problem is pace. He hasn't got any. Like, this one popped up as well. El Pas in Uruguay claims Nunez is very close to joining Napoli. This one is about to happen very soon. I think this will be confirmed in the next, I don't know, before the weekend. I think this will be confirmed before the weekend. I really do. I'm going to close some more tabs. Also, where is it? Maybe this is this. Maybe this was the screen that was making my thing crash. Okay, so bring up a couple of bits here. So obviously Arsenal getting Norgard. I mean, he's 31 and he's all right. Like he's 10 million quid. They got him from Brentford. He's a bit of a bruiser. Let's be fair. Arteta's basically doing a Tony Pulis right now. Like, he just seems like the only way he's going to do anything is just by having set pieces and brawn in the team, just land of the giants. Like, and I get it. Like, you need big players in teams, but they're all groks. Like, when did Arsenal just become a big load of groks and grunts? Like, that's just not. They're also terrible to watch. Manchester United are lowering the price down to 40 million for Garnacho. I mean, genuinely, if Garnacho wasn't such a rat, he wasn't such a little ass rat, and he played for United, would you take him for 40 million? Like, honest question. Like, 1 yes, 2 no. Would you take Garnacho for 40 million if he wasn't such a rat? Put it in the chat. 1 yes, 2 no. Would you take Garnacho for 40 million if he wasn't such a rat? Wow, everybody says no. Have you actually seen Garnacho's numbers? Like, have you actually seen his numbers? Like, he's still only 20 years old, by the way. Like, and I get it. Like, and I get the fact that you all think he's a rat, and that's fair enough. But his numbers are actually pretty good. Like, I've got to be honest. Okay, last season United were arse. Yeah, they were arse last season. He got 11 goals and 10 assists in a really bad team. Yeah, the season before he got 10 goals and 5 assists. So this is when he was 19 and then he was 18. And then the first year he broke in, 34 games, 5 goals, 4 assists when he was 18. Like I am a little bit. I don't know. I'm a little bit like confused why people don't rate him at all. Like as in none. Like he plays for Argentina now, by the way. Like he's got 3 caps for he's got 5 caps for no. He's got 6, 7, 8. He's got 8 caps for Argentina now, by the way. So he's playing football with Alexis McAllister at the moment. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I think a guy who's only 20 years old, who's played 144 games for United with 26 goals. Like I think there's a little bit of just the fact that he's a Manchester United player. I think he could come good at another club. Okay, so I've just been sent this message. So, appointing one of the worst international managers I've ever seen, next to Greg Bertala, to help lead our future generation to the senior squad, should quite literally be the nail in Alex Inglethorpe's coffin. Major changes needed in our academy leadership. So there's rumours that Alex Inglethorpe is going to get binned as well. So that's our academy. So that's our what did you call him? Youth development manager. So it looks like he's going to get the can. I'd celebrate if Chelsea signed Garnacho. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal ended up with Garnacho. He's worth 40 million just to score a goal against United. That's fair enough. Okay, so where are we? So that's Garnacho. What else have I got? Thomas Partey's leaving. I mean, to be fair, Thomas Partey should probably be in the nick. Like, he probably should be. Like, if you all know about Partey, then you need to find out about the grape cases that are ongoing, and the fact that he's been allowed to play football when he's had 3 separate appeals rejected. 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 separate appeals. 100%. 100%. The guy is an absolute scumbag. Look, I get that, Matty, but he's had 3 rejected. 3 appeals rejected. How many appeals do you need before they go, you know what? You're probably guilty, mate. Probably guilty now. Like 3 rejected. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's wild. I think it's genuinely wild that Arsenal fielded him for an entire 2 seasons with this ongoing, and nobody's talked about it. It's been completely swept under the carpet. I shouldn't be laughing at that. I should not be laughing at that. Garnacho has better stats than Gordon. That's a fair point, by the way. That is a fair point. I'll give you that one, mate. I'll give you that one. I don't know why Kerkez hasn't been announced yet. I don't know, but it's all done. It's all done. I think he was having his second part of his medical today, but he's probably just doing press shots and stuff like that. And I don't know. Maybe we're busy trying to sign someone really big, and that's why we're not getting that done. I don't know. What else have I got for you? So Mangan's not leaving now, which is great, which means Chelsea are still going to have a shit keeper, which is great. Arsenal are still leading the race, apparently. And then Liverpool stepped in. And Buemo's got a deadline of July the 7th. Who knows what's going to happen with him, to be honest. It's either Sesko or Gyökeres for him. Liverpool eye sensational Gyökeres hijack. Of course we do. That's what we do. According to a Portuguese outlet, 68 million it'll cost, but no one's made an offer. Sunderland are looking at Marcin Bulket, who's a good goalkeeper, by the way. Tony Bloom invests in Hearts, so Tony Bloom's buying some Scottish football, which means he'll have another feeder club. What else have we got? Any more to share? Liverpool, I Gyökeres, know that. What else have we got? Kyle Walker-Peters leaves Southampton. Would you take Kyle Walker-Peters as a backup right back? Would you take Kyle Walker-Peters as a backup right back? Everyone was waxing lyrical about him for a long time. Nope. Okay. All right. Don't need to go into that anymore then. Liverpool able to spend 200 million according to calculations from the Echo. Because of PSR money and stuff like that, we've just done things brilliantly. Chelsea and Liverpool to swoop for Fofana. The only way we'll get Fofana, the only way we won't get Fofana is if Chelsea give him like a 10-year contract and they loan him out to Strasbourg or something. But quoted a fee of 60 million. Yeah, that's not going to happen now. 10 million for Norgard. Arsenal trigger Kepa clause. That's 5 million. That guy is going to be on about 200 grand a week as well. KK's to Liverpool all but completed. So that one we're probably just waiting for the here we go. Let me see if I've got any more news for you. Oh, okay. We can have a look at that. Liverpool, we can have a look at that. Rob Page here, Liverpool's frightening fifth signing will go through. David Ornstein's done something. Obviously, Harvey Elliott bits. Spoken to my source. Okay, there's another one there. I might as well share that as well. What else have we got? Fulham plotting sensational move for Elliott. I'll share that as well. I'll share that as well because that's funny. Okay, got a couple more bits I'll share. Okay, where are we? So I'll get rid of that. Share this. No, get rid of that. I'm just going to close a couple of screens. I'll share this one here. So Fulham are plotting a sensational move to bring Liverpool midfielder Harvey Elliott back to the club. I think if we did that, I think we put a buyback clause on him. Apparently, we put a 60 million euros buyback clause on Quansah, and that clause can be activated when Virgil van Dijk's contract runs out. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. So I think that's quite interesting. Also, where is this? Also, okay, that's no good. That's a woman. That's the women's team. So I'll get rid of that. If we sign Isak, this might be the greatest Liverpool transfer window ever. I mean, just look at those players that we'd have got in. Kirkez, Mamadashvili, Isaac, Verts, and Frimpong. That's an insane update. This is someone who just rotate, but Wing plays quite good. Like, to be honest, he comes up with some good stuff. Spoken to my club source, and I've been told to pass the message that, dude, we have got this. Stop freaking out. Kirkez has passed his medical successfully. Okay, that was at 9:17. Okay, so that was like 10 minutes ago. All right. Also, I need to pause this. So this was from Ornstein. No messing around from the ever brilliant Ornstein on this brilliant Isaac Liverpool saga. He's going nowhere, lads. Give it up. So that's from Ornstein. Ornstein says Isaac is a no-go. He's been wrong, but he's also been right a lot. So I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up on him. Like, I'm really not getting my hopes up on him because it's just an insane amount of money. I think the only way it happens. So the stuff that came from the Times, by the way, was huge. Like, that was huge, by the way, that article from the Times, because that was from a guy that doesn't do a huge amount of football articles. Like, so to do an article just on Isaac alone, and the fact that Newcastle are going to make him the highest paid player, which is 150,000, which is nothing compared to what Liverpool can offer. Isaac's got 3 years left on his contracts. So the question is, if Newcastle approach Isaac and offer him a new contract, will Isaac even sign it? Because if they give him an extra 2-year extension at 150,000 or 200,000, say, that's 5 years on that price, when he could move to Liverpool and go straight in at 250,000, and he signs the same 5-year contract. Yeah. And then that takes him up to 30. And then he gets another contract. Or he comes to Liverpool and Liverpool put him on that expander contract, where it's for the first 2 years, you're on 250,000. If you hit all your goals, we'll bump you up to 275. Then the next couple of years, if you hit all your goals, we'll bump you up to 300. We've done that with Robbo. We did that with Trent. We've done that with Salah. We've done that with Virgil van Dijk. We put them on expander contracts, which means that if they hit their numbers and their targets, they get a bump. They get a bump. They get a bump. That's not going to happen with Isaac at Newcastle. He will be the highest paid player, and he will just sit on that for a number of years, and he might not ever win another trophy again. And this is the conversation Isaac needs to have. Like, he needs to sit down and go, what do I really want to do? Do I want to be the king of Newcastle, but not wear the crown? Or do I want to go to Liverpool and play with the king and share the crown? That's the question. That's the question. With all the names that are popping around, I just go and get him now and get it done. Like, and the guy has scored you 30 goals, and everyone's happy. And he's also a similar type of player to Victor Boniface, who Wirtz basically supplied all his assists to, or Patrick Schick. Same type of player, plays the same way. Go and get me all of them, mate. Go and sign all of them. I genuinely believe we throw 101 million, which I've talked about for a long time now. We throw 101 million at him and a central defender. 101 million and a Harvey Elliott, or 101 million and a Diogo Jota, or 101 million and a Joe Gomez, and just see what happens. See what happens. Just get a response, because at the moment, all you're getting is media articles and ex-players saying it's never going to happen, or this. Like, that don't mean nothing. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Go and test the water. Go and throw 100 million at them and see if they twitch. See if they go, ooh, 100 million, we could rebuild. Or 100 million, and they go, nah, not even close. And then we go, okay, then there's no twitching, which means that we are way, way off. 100 million plus 18 million add-ons. What about 100 million plus 30 million add-ons? And you don't pay the add-ons until we win a league, or he scores 30 goals, or he plays 50 games. You know, one of those add-ons. I believe that as well. I believe we could get Isaac for under 150. Everyone says this 150. I mean, bloody hell, they're talking about 200. And that's the point. Sorry, that's the point. I think that is the real point. I think that's the only way we get him, is if he says, look, Newcastle, I've given you blood, sweat and tears. I've won you a trophy, first one in 80 years. I've done my bit. I got you in the Champions League twice. You didn't invest. You didn't improve the squad enough for us to go further. I want to go and explore my options. I want to go and win more trophies. I'm at an age where I'm ready to go and do it on the bigger stage at a bigger club. And Liverpool are a bigger club. 100 million plus Jota. What about 100 million plus Elliott? 100 million plus Elliott. You don't think Elliott could ball it at Newcastle on the right-hand side? He certainly could. Look, I said this a while ago. I don't think it's going to happen, but I said this a while ago. I honestly believe that if we threw 100 million in Curtis Jones, I think we'd squeeze Isaac out the door. I think we'd squeeze Isaac out the door, because Curtis Jones could combine with Gordon so well. The two of them played in the under-21s and the under-18s. Like, they got a really good relationship together, and they're also best friends. That one could squeeze Isaac out the door. It really could. Anyway, that's what I feel about that one. What else have we got? Isaac to Liverpool, Newcastle transfer concern, 200 million fee and contract talks. What have we got? Liverpool face very difficult Alexander Isaac transfer. Early morning Athletic, blah, blah, blah. While Lewis Steele reported on Tuesday, a move for Isaac is easier said than done. Although a move is possible, it currently isn't probable. Newcastle concerned over Liverpool bid. The Times sparked, okay, this is it, the Times. In a report from Martin Hardy, the Magpies are reportedly prepared to make the Swede their record earner at 150, which just isn't enough. Reports claim that Liverpool have the funds to test Newcastle's resolve. With 3 years left on his contract, the 25-year-old hasn't given any indication that he would like to leave, but he also hasn't said anything about staying. Also, I want to bring up this one as well, because I've said this on a couple of shows now. If all our ducks are in order, if all our ducks are in order and Nunez goes, Jota goes, Chiesa goes, either Cody or Diaz goes, Doak goes, Morton goes, Elliott goes, Robbo goes, Simicast goes, potentially Gomez. We get rid of all of the players that aren't gonna make it at Liverpool. They're not going to play under slot. Yeah, we move all of them out, and we get a big chunk of money. Yeah, we go and get Guehi. That's done. We potentially go and get Hato. That's done, and then we're sorted at the back. My dream to go into attack, one on the left, one in the 9, is Anthony Gordon and Alexander Isak. That's my dream. Those 2 players, brilliant. And then Salah, and then Wirtz. And then you've got McAllister, Gravenberch with Szoboszlai, who can rotate, and also Curtis Jones that can rotate. And then you've got Kirkez, you've got Gerald Hato as backup, you've got Virgil van Dijk, you've got Konate, you've got Guehi, and then you've also got Frimpong, and you've got Bradley. That team wins you the league. That team wins you the league. Like, Isak scores you bags, Wirtz scores you bags, Salah gets you bags, Gordon just terrorizes with his pace, and he's also worked with Isak before really well. I think that's a banging team, absolute banging team. And the way we do things with Liverpool right now is we have relationships at Liverpool. We have many, many relationships. Kirkez, Szoboszlai, Frimpong, Wirtz, Gravenberch, Virgil van Dijk, Cody Gakpo. You know, we got relationships all over the park. You've got Guehi, you've got Curtis Jones, you've also got the likes of Joe Gomez if he stays. They all know each other well. Like, plenty of relationships in that team. And I just think that is perfect. That just works for me. Gordon will run through brick walls for Liverpool. He's a Liverpool fan. Curtis Jones is a Liverpool fan. Bradley's a Liverpool fan. You know, I think Gerald Hato is a Liverpool fan, if I'm honest. I know Frimpong is. Like, so many players that know each other. They get along well. Like, the reason why we got Szoboszlai is because Szoboszlai's a Gerrard fan. Wants to come and emulate Steven Gerrard. Wanted to play in the colours. Fofana's interesting as well. You know, I'd take Fofana if it wasn't Gordon. But Gordon playing with Isak would be just brilliant. It'd be brilliant. And that might be the player that Isak needs. Like, that could be an element of, well, we're getting Gordon. Like, you know him. You played football with him before. He's been providing you bullets for God knows how long. And then you've also got Curtis Jones and Anthony Gordon are best mates. Like, it's relationships all over the park. Like, this is what wins you titles after titles. This is what we did in the 80s and the early 90s. We had relationships everywhere. Players knew each other. This works. This works. This is how you make a dynasty. This is how you continue to win over and over again. And that's what Wirtz has said. He's come to Liverpool to win again and again and again. And I'm all for it. I am all for it. So that's what I think. I'd be all for it. I'd be absolutely down for that. Is there any more information around Osherman? Let's have a look. Let's see if there's any more. What have we got? 2 days ago, 4 days ago, 2 days ago. FSG Masterstroke could allow Liverpool to sign Osherman for 17 million and solve their Nunez Chiesa headache. Yeah, we already know about that. Whoa, whoa, I need to show you this. Hang on a minute. I need to show you this because the guy who's reporting this is the guy who dropped the Kirkes contract details before anybody else got it. This guy was ahead of Fabrizio Romano on this. Let me share my screen. This could be a lot bigger than you think. Wow, I can't believe I've managed to find you this one. Where is it? This one here. This could be a bomber. This could be a here we go la. Okay, this guy, Sebastian Vidal. Yeah. Do me a favor, chat. Go and search for Sebastian Vidal on X and have a look at what he said about Kirkes. He's talking about Liverpool being offered Osherman for 17 million euros with Nunez and Chiesa going in the opposite direction. So this got talked about a while ago. But this guy is dropping this on the 23rd of June. This guy was right about Kirkes only us paying 40 million for him when everyone was talking about 45 million. He dropped the Kirkes news before Fabrizio Romano did. This one has got legs. I'm telling you, this one has got legs. Go and Google this guy. Go and look on X for this guy. Well, it's 17 million plus Nunez. So it's obviously not 17 million and that's it. We're giving them Nunez. But if you add the 17 million on top of Nunez, which is 43 million, then you get to 53, 53, 50, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 70, sorry, 60. You get to 60 million. And his release fee is 68 million, which means you then add Chiesa in, who they rate at potentially 10 million. It makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. 17 million plus Nunez and Kirkes. Yeah, that's it, John. I think it's a great deal. I think that's a great deal. That's crazy. I didn't know that Sebastian Veal was the guy that dropped that news. He was right about Kirkes before anyone else. And if you look, actually, let me find you the post. Hang on, let me find you the post. Kirkes Vidal. Where is the Sebastian Vidal? Okay, here it is here. So he was talking about Kirkes before anybody else. This was on the 25th of May. Liverpool are in advanced talks with Bournemouth over a deal for Milos Kirkes. That was on the 25th of May. This guy's been on point with a lot of Liverpool transfer news. Like he really has. Where's the Vidal one? Hang on, this was 17 hours ago. What's that? Hang on, didn't Vidal used to play for us? Did Vidal used to play for us? I can't work out whether Vidal used to play for us. Did we have a Vidal? Oh, it was Vignal. It was Vignal, wasn't it? Not Vidal. It was Vignal. Okay, I can't find it anymore because I can't bring up X stuff. But has anyone seen it? Can anyone bring it up? Can anyone see it? That's Gregory Vignal. I know. Yeah, I think he's passed away as well. Then R.I.P. Give him both the wages as well. Yeah, I know. It's fair enough. It's fair enough, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to do a couple of shout outs before we finish, okay? Because we're going to finish off soon, and then you can all bugger off to Hussam. I think Hussam might be live. Also, big up Solo. Big up Karan. Big up Lord Rodney. Anyone else new? Big up Daryl. Duffers. Big up LFC Tash. Big up LFC Monster. Big up Josh Harding. Good to have you here. Danny. Mikal. Russell as always. TLFC. Emil Heskey. Legend. Tony Hall. Big up. Socks. Who else have we got? Register. Darmenda. John. Loads of you in the house. I'm going to give everyone a shout out. Living the dream. Who else have we got? God, I'm absolutely sweating in this room. God, my screen's so pumping out so much heat off the screen. IBR, good to have you. There might be some memberships available, so go and pick one up. My captain, big up. Who else have we got? Mickey, you're still not a member. How are you still not a member? We've just given out 20 memberships today on here. Mr. Sky Blue. Who else we got? Ant Wango. Gary, big up. Tahar. That was just way too many. Way too many. Okay, so also massive big up to Red Vision and also Peter27. There's actually 30 memberships available, so go and get your memberships. There's 30 available. Go and snap them up. Go and snap up the memberships if you haven't. There's 30 available. Oh, does it give them out? Does it give them out? I didn't know they gave them out randomly. I never knew that. I just didn't know that. I'm going to keep on having a go at you, aren't I, every single show, mate, until you remember. Sorry. Mate, I might just make you a member. Okay, so that is everything I've got. Let me quickly see if he's got any pin stuff. Yeah, this guy is bang on. Look, he's done a pinned post 6 hours ago of how much Manchester United have offered for Brian Mbeumo. He's on the ball, honestly. Like, if he's talking about Frimpong, not Frimpong. If he's talking about Gocheres, of course he's talking about Gocheres, yeah. If he's talking about Osherman, then that could honestly be a deal. That really could be a deal, which is crazy. But he's got loads of stuff in here. A lot of it's in French, though, unfortunately. There's the Sesko one, which is 80 million euros. What else has he got? Arsenal have made a written offer to sign Leroy Sané as a free agent on the 10th of June. Obviously, he prefers to move to Gunners, but he actually went. He couldn't even get in. Yeah, I can't see it. Maybe if I bring this page up, I might be able to see. Oh yeah, what's this? What else have we got? No, this is all April, so this is a while ago. No, it's a while ago. No, so he's talking about the games. He's not talking about transfers. No. Okay. If anyone can find that out, that'll be great, because yeah, because I can't find the original one. Is there something in here? Okay, so this is from an Italian. This is Mercato. He's talking about Nunez. He's talking about Nunez and the Osherman swap, but that's in Italian. But you can't be bothered looking at that. Oh, actually, you're not seeing the same screen as me. Sorry. That's the Nunez one, which is in Mercato, which is about Liverpool and Nunez. That's like fresh. Anyway, I've covered loads. So let's see who's live, and then I'll do a divert to them, and we'll head out because I've talked too much. I've covered everything so far. So let's have a look who's live. Let's have a look who's live. Who have we got? Okay, so we have Don, who's going to be live soon. I don't know what time he's going to be live though. I'll send you over there. Okay, so I'll send you over to Don's channel. He'll be live in a bit. Let me just see how many likes we're on while we're here. I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, we're on 139 likes. Oh, big up everyone. Big up everyone. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Big up everyone with the likes. How many subs away am I from 1400? Just checking. I am. Oh, I'm only 11 subs away from 1,400. Can I get 11 subs out of you if you're not a subscriber? Can we hit the subs? Can we do that while we're here? Can we? Can we hit the subs? Any people in here that aren't subs? Can you let me know if you've subbed? You've just done it. Big up. Appreciated. Come on, if I get 11 subs while I'm here now, I'll put another tune on before we go. Okay. I'll put another tune on before we go. All right. Come on, I need 10 subs. 10 subs to get me to 1,400. You've just subbed as well. Big up. Appreciated. Yeah. Appreciated. Come on. 9 subs. 9 subs I need. There's 116 of you in here. Come on. If you haven't subscribed, just subscribe now, and I'll play you. I'll play a tune. I'll play another tune. Okay, there you go. You have my word. I'll put another tune on. I'll put another banger on now. Okay. Come on. Come on. What have we got? What have we got? What tune is that? So we've got another Calvin Harris remix that I'll play. Okay. How many subs do I need? You're too slow. You're too slow. I'm not going to get 10 subs out of you, am I? We'll finish off on this time.
Was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. No looking back this time.
Okay, go over to Jamie's show. The raid is on. I will catch you all later. Hit the subs. I need 9. Catch you later. Bye-bye.